So that's what's funny. Thank you, sir. Gotcha. Got it down. Welcome, man.
Thank you. I'm Favianna. I'm a resident of Northwest and a business owner. And I would like to bring up the fact that the City of Portland and the Nob Hill Business Association and the NWDA sat at a table for 2 years to discuss the parking issue. What we determined was it wasn't necessarily a parking issue, it was a lack of inventory for the people coming over. Over that 2-year period of time, it was Bill Graham, it was the NWDA, it was myself, some of the singers, Richard Cronin, 2 or 3 of the other business owners would be hard time. We came up with solutions to the inventory, lack of inventory in the neighborhood. At the end of 2 years, the NWDA stood up and said, we're not discussing this anymore. We're not implementing the 15 increasing inventory plan anymore. And we want permits or nothing at all. It's an or else. And we're leaving the meeting. So they did. We are now here, 7 years later. The inventory never got increased, and there were really incredibly good, innovative things that the city and the 2 groups came up with that would increase the inventory before we would talk about permits or meters. We said we needed to get more parking on the street. There are studies to tell you who came into the neighborhood, how many commuters, how many people lived in the apartment building, how many parking places were available. I want to know why the 15 things never got implemented. Did the NWDA just have that much power? It was an established, the city said, we will do what you want us to do. So now we're here, and you're talking about permits, and I want to know if you know that if a vehicle comes into the area and doesn't have a permit and parks in a permitted area, they have 90 minutes. They have 90 minutes to go to the doctor, the dentist, the library, the hospital, lunch, shopping, getting your shoes fixed, and if you should happen to park in another permit parking space, you get a ticket. You only can park one 90-minute time, and then you have to leave the area for 12 hours. You can't come back. I don't think Evelyn and Michael, who have a restaurant, can rush their people through in an hour and a half. I don't think they should be expected to. I think you have taken on a problem that is way beyond putting this stuff up here. You can't just solve it by saying we're going to do permits. You have all of these people here saying it doesn't work for us. I told you 3 years ago, the City of Portland put me out of business downtown after having been there for 21 years because you took away all the parking. When you took away all the parking, I lost my customer base. You're doing it again tonight. You're doing it again. History repeats itself. I've been in business 26 years on 23rd Avenue. I want to be in business longer, and you're going to take that away. You're going to just come through with your sword and kill all the snakes. I don't agree, and there are plenty of other people here who don't agree either.
I'm sure that's true. Let me make sure I got your point.
It's not everybody. I understand that.
So let me just make sure I've captured your points because I want to be respectful. You talked about the 2000. I think you were referencing the 15-point action plan out of the 2002.
Exactly.
Okay, and that
never got implemented.
It never got implemented, and I just want to make sure it was that I understood. It is your perception that the NWDA agreed to it or did not agree to it?
They helped devise it,
and
then when it came to implementation, they stood up and said, we're not doing it.
Then the second issue, so you want to know what happened to that? and that's
why
one of
didn't
your
we
questions.
implement that? It was really creative.
And why wasn't the 2002 plan never implemented? And then you were concerned about the fact that 90-minute limit is not enough time for shoppers.
You do all the things in the,
Right.
that you do in the neighborhood.
And you're referencing proposed 90 minutes in the staff's plan, or you're talking about the 90 minutes that exist in the district right now, or both?
What I'm talking about is, you're talking as if this plan already exists and is going to be implemented, and
No, I'm just trying to find out if I think you're referencing the proposed 90-minute
Well,
time.
I'm just telling you what the city does to you if you park.
I'm going to take that as the proposed 90-minute time.
Okay.
And then
It's short of time.
your point that the city took away parking downtown and that forced you to Northwest, and now we're going to do it again.
I was in Northwest already. So I had 2 stores going.
You had to close your downtown store
because there were no more customers. They all went away. Everything.
because the city took away parking.
Parking.
Got it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for your comment. Appreciate it. Hi, welcome.